How are electrons arranged in atoms? Arrangement of electrons. Well, first of all, we need to understand how the atom is made up. So the atom is made up of protons, electrons, and neutrons, but it is the electrons that we're interested in. So we're interested in how these are arranged, and they are arranged in shells around the nucleus. So the nucleus is one part of the structure of the atom. So basically the atom is structured this way. You've got the nucleus, and then you've got the shells which are around on the outside, and there are as many shells as they are needed for the number of electrons which are there. So this one only takes, that's the nucleus, and these are the shells or orbitals. Okay, so what I'd like to look at is, I'd like to look at the arrangement of electrons in different atoms. So if we look at the simplest atom is hydrogen, and hydrogen has a mass number of 1 and an atomic number of 1, and it is the atomic number which we're interested in. So it's the atomic number that we use when we are trying to figure out the atomic structure. So for hydrogen, for example, if that's the nucleus, and that is one of the shells, in fact there's only one shell for hydrogen, then the electron is right there, and this is hydrogen as the atomic symbol. Okay, so we can do this for another atom, and this time let's look at helium, which is the next one up. Helium with a mass number of 4 and atomic number 2. Helium will have a nucleus, and it will have a shell. Well, let's make that shell the same color as the previous one for hydrogen, so we make that blue as well. And then since there are 2 electrons, the 2 electrons are found like that, and this is helium. Helium is He. We can change that to black, or that He for helium. So that's it for helium. Now we can choose a third element, which is lithium, and lithium is 7, 3. We can draw the nucleus, and then we can draw a shell. Now the first shell takes only 2 electrons like that, so we need another shell to take the third electron, which we can put there. So that's lithium. Okay, just to try to move to something, let's say we want potassium, and potassium is, we can have, I think, 37 here and 19 here. So for potassium, we can start by looking at the atomic number, which is 19, and then we can figure out what the arrangement is going to be like. So for potassium, the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8, 1. If you add 2 and 8, you get 10. 10 add 8, you get 18. Then 18 add 1, you get 19. So that makes up the 19 electrons. Now it's important to know that the first shell takes a maximum of 2 electrons. The second shell 8, the third shell 8, and the remainder will go in the fourth shell. So if we were to draw the electronic structure for potassium, we get 1, 2, 3, 4 shells. So we'll go ahead and put the 4 shells. So that's 1. That's 2, 3, and the last one 4. Okay, let's go ahead and put the electrons in. So that's 2 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons, 8 in the second shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1 electron in the last shell. So this is the arrangement of electrons in atoms. So first of all, we need to know what the atomic number is in order to draw the electronic structure. And number 2, we need to know that the first shell can take a maximum of 2, the second 8, the third 8, and the fourth for hydrogen right up to calcium will take a maximum of 2. So 2 will be the maximum for calcium, for example, which comes after potassium. So after potassium we have calcium, which is 40-20, and this one will just have 1 more electron, so it has 2 in the last shell instead of just this 1. And then after this we can just draw the structure. So if you'd like to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, please comment and ask questions, and also you can share on other social media.